1 year ago, a gunman killed 2 students and 2 teachers and injured 9 others. It happened at Apalachee High School in Barrow County. The community continues to heal from that tragedy. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. The victims included teacher Richard Aspinwall, teacher Cristina Irimie, and student Christian Angulo, also student Mason Schermerhorn. Authorities charged 14-year-old Colt Gray with 55 counts of murder. He's being tried as an adult.
Tonight, we bring you team coverage. Fox 5's Deidre Duke spoke to Georgia House Democrats who had remarks on the 1-year anniversary. But we begin with Fox 5's Tyler Fingert, who's one with Barrow County's top law enforcement officer. Tyler?
Yeah, Tom, good evening to you. It's hard to believe that it's been a year since the tragedy at Apalachee High School. This is a community that is still very much healing, but they are finding strength even amid all the loss that they've dealt with.
1 year after the heinous act of violence on Apalachee High School's campus stole 4 lives and scarred a community, the students, staff, and Barrow County refuse to be defined by what happened here.
We're going to take a bad situation and make a positive out of it.
With that in mind, Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith says students and staff at Apalachee High School did something amazing to mark the solemn anniversary. He says Thursday was not only a day of remembrance for Mason Schermerhorn, Christian Angulo, Cristina Irimie, and Richard Aspinwall, but also a day of service.
The kids that are there are packing bags for the homeless. They're giving back to our homeless shelters here and our different civic groups, and that's what they chose to do.
The service project was one part of what the school system referred to as a day of prevailing love. They say the school was open so everyone had a chance to give back, get support, and grow closer with one another. There was also a mural that was painted inside. Sheriff Smith says the students and teachers came up with all of this.
And I'm not surprised at all the amount of kids that are there. I'm not surprised at all that the kids and the staff came up with the idea to serve others in honor of the 4 that they lost, the 2 students and the 2 teachers. Not surprised at all. That's what we are, and that's who we are.
Sheriff Smith says while he's proud of the students and educators at Apalachee High School, he's also proud of his deputies and other law enforcement for their response on September 4th, 2024. He says they saved lives by quickly confronting the accused shooter, Colt Gray. Smith says it was a terrible day for this area, but says now it's all about the second act.
And we want people to know that even though this evil person took from us and took from our families, we give to others.
He says that is the true spirit of Barrow Strong. We should mention that there will be a vigil tonight at 7 p.m. at that flagpole. Fox 5's Christopher King is here, and he'll be covering that for you on Fox 5 News at 10 and News Edge at 11. We are live in Barrow County tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, such a touching coming together on this 1-year anniversary. Tyler, thanks. Meanwhile, we now know the new trial date for Colin Gray, the father accused in the Apalachee shooter case. His trial will begin on February the 9th. Prosecutors say he provided his son, Colt, with the gun that was used in the deadly shooting, knowing he was a danger to others. The father faces 29 charges, including second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, cruelty to children, and reckless conduct.
Here in Atlanta, Democratic House members held a news conference today to remember the victims of last September's shooting. As Fox 5's Deidre Dukes reports from the state capitol, those Democrats say they again want to focus on school security and gun safety in next year's legislative session.
A somber day of remembrance here at the state capitol as Democratic lawmakers, current and former Apalachee High School students, and gun safety advocates gather to honor those lost 1 year ago.
We grieve with those who lost loved ones, and we hold close to those who continue to carry the invisible wounds of trauma and loss.
They honored the lives lost and offered words of comfort to a grieving community.
This past year has been heavy. Grief has no rule book.
Now in her freshman year of college, Apalachee High alum Kira McConaughey is haunted by the violence that unfolded on her school campus 1 year ago.
Because it has followed me into college, and I feel like just being put into something so tragic, into a situation that you didn't want upon yourself and being forced into it, it was really hard.
The Apalachee shooting weighed heavy on the minds of state lawmakers who made school safety and gun control a key focus last legislative session.
Sometimes it takes a story close to home to help people get out of that sort of partisan entrenchment. And we have seen some movement on the issue in the past 2 years.
Advocates for stronger school safety say passage of House Bill 268, requiring panic buttons in every Georgia classroom and better communication with law enforcement by next July, is a step in the right direction.
I think HB 268 is a great start, and I'm hoping that they do expand more and looking into more of the threats that are being made across Georgia.
Barrow County Senator Frank Ginn says addressing mental health is key to stopping gun violence.
The gun's not the enemy. It's the mental health issue that we got to deal with, and that's where, for me, I hope that we can continue to make progress in that regard.
In Atlanta, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Governor Brian Kemp released a statement to mark the one-year remembrance, saying, quote, as the school, the greater Barrow County area, and all those touched by this tragedy continue to heal, we remain committed to keeping the memories of Coach Richard Aspinwall, Cristina Irimie, Christian Angulo, and Mason Schermerhorn in our hearts and minds, just as we remain committed to keeping our classrooms and all those in Georgia's schools safe.